question. CBA CEO Matt Comyn recently confirmed what many still don't realise, that banks like Macquarie create money when they lend by expanding their balance sheets, not using savings or reserves. Why then is interest on these loans based on the RBA cash rate, which reflects interbank liquidity, not actual funding costs? Does the board accept this system shifts wealth from wage earners to asset holders and risks reputational damage as more people realise it's not a free market, but a rigged system dressed up in jargon and ESG messaging?
It's just not true that an individual bank can create money by expanding its balance sheet. That idea refers to the system as a whole, because one bank makes a loan, it goes into an account, into a deposit at another bank, and that creates deposits. That's true for the system, but for an individual bank like us or the Commonwealth Bank or any other bank, every dollar you lend, you have to raise from somewhere, your money, shareholders' money, or other bondholders' money or deposits. That's where the funding comes from. And at every moment in time, if I write you a loan, I have to have the cash today to fund that loan, and I've got to have raised that from somewhere.
You create deposits. Is Matt Comyn
It hasn't created deposits. I already had to have the deposit in order to lend you the money.
Okay, I'll read you the quote. We also...
Well, what Matt Comyn says is for him, but it is just not true that an individual bank on its own can just create money. The system, the private banking system as a whole, yes, there's a credit creation dynamic that works there, but it doesn't work for any individual bank.
So you're saying that the capital requirement is the only, there's a commitment from the bank over and above the APRA capital requirement for lending. You do not create...
If I lend you $100, I've got to have found the $100 first before I lend it to you.
But Matt says you create it. He says, and I want to read this, we also do create deposits in the system. We expand money supply when we lend money.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to comment on what Matt Comyn said, but if he's suggesting that an individual bank can just create money, then I disagree with that.